Welcome to Tackle Talk Live, a program full of insight and information related to bass tournaments with a primary focus on Sam Rayburn and Toledo Bend. A show dedicated to making you a better bass fisherman with one-on-one interviews with winning anglers. Your host, Kevin Jean, Territory Manager for Sport Co-Marketing, who's no stranger to tournament success. An avid angler who understands how to compete at a high level. Daiwa and Camus Boats Pro Staffer, Steve Graff, a successful angler in his own right, who continues to pursue tournament-winning stringers. So, get ready to take notes from two knowledgeable anglers here on Tackle Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Kevin Jean and Steve Graff.
Hello, everybody. This is Tackle Talk Live. We appreciate you tuning us in this evening. And I'm Daiwa Pro Staffer, not Ranger. I'm Daiwa Pro Staffer, Steve Graff, along with Territory Manager for Sport Co-Marketing, Kevin Jean. Kevin, when you're something for so long, it's hard to get that. It just rolls off the tongue. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
I get it.
But anyway, hey, we got a good show today. We got Jace Lindsay. I'm looking forward to having him on. Just come off a big bag with Toledo Bend, the Fishers of Bend, Texas East Division. And Kevin, when I looked at the weights, I just shake my head. I actually called Mr. Dick and asked. I said, I don't even know what to say. This is a June tournament where back in the day, if you came in with 20 pounds, Kevin, you had a shot to win this event in June. Now you can't even think about winning anymore in June.
Yes, I agree. But also, Steve, let's give tip our hat to Toledo Bend a little bit too, because the non-scopers was what, fourth place?
Fourth place,
the highest finishing non-scoper, and it was what, 28 pounds?
A little over 28 pounds.
Okay, so I mean, we can't sit here and say it's all live scope, which it was fourth place was the non-scopers, and they freaking caught them scoping, but they caught them not scoping also.
Yeah. I mean, there were some bags brought in, and again, these weights just continue to amaze me. Even at Palestine, I'm telling you right now, they lit it up over there for the Texas Team Trail Championship. Yeah, and there were some guys complaining. I mean, they were not happy about all of these weights coming in. You know, Kevin, this live scope stuff is heating up again, and there's a lot of guys.
I'm already tired of hearing about it, Steve.
And Mark Daniels Jr. kind of stirred the nest again.
He kind of started
post. Yeah, he really did. And now more and more guys are starting to come out every day. You got somebody new coming out. I'm starting to hear rumblings that from the two major, they're looking to make some major decisions for 2027. Of course, we won't know that until probably October. I would guess September, October, before we're really going to find out what changes have been made. But anyway.
Well, I mean, we'll start hearing rumblings on the ICAST, Steve, which ICAST coming up next month.
Right.
So I think we'll start kind of hearing rumblings up, but the pros are complaining for a reason. I mean, and a reason I'm talking about, they're trying to get some changes made. So I don't know. It is what it is. It's where we're at right now. I'm tired of seeing it constantly.
But don't you feel too that right now, of all the organizations, I personally feel like Fishers of Men has got the best approach right now.
They really do. For a non-professional league, I really like what they are doing with the whole, paying the overall winner and then paying, I think it's 3 places non-scope.
It's
$3,000 first place for if you want to enter the non-scope part of it. And rumor is, Steve, they're looking to make some more changes to that to even hopefully, I'm not saying they're going to enhance the non-scope side. Now they're trying to get some stuff done. So.
Right. And it's just a matter of time. And like I said, all these organizations, we're into June. A lot of them are already done. So, there's already been some roundtable discussions at these organizations. Okay, what are we going to do? Or do we just ignore all the comments, or do we make some changes? And so, like I said, we'll see how all that shakes out. Bass Champ Skeeter Owners Tournament had a good tournament on Lake Fork this past weekend as well. Mm-hmm. And we got the results of that. We'll kind of go over all that. But again, I'm really looking forward to hearing what Jace Lindsay's got to say. And he fished by himself.
Yeah.
And had over 35 pounds.
And he's been doing that a lot. A lot of these tournaments, he's been fishing by himself.
Yeah.
And I want to jump into, get his opinion on a lot of things there. But man, the kid's been on fire this year. We haven't had a chance to get him on the show. I'm glad we finally are able to get him on because I want to pick his brain on a lot of things.
Yep. All right. Well, we're going to do that. And real quick, before we take that quick break and get to Chase, I just want to remind everybody again, if you're an angler or you're a family looking to go to Toledo Bend and looking to make a trip over there, whether it's 4th of July, you got Labor Day coming up in first week in September, you need to make reservations. You need to find a house. Check out RentalsToledoBend.com and forget all those high charging company fees that you get from other people. Dowden Associates Realty is offering you a better option. RentalsToledoBend.com, where there are fewer fees. Not saying there's no fees, but there's fewer fees. And there's also another reason to use RentalsToledoBend.com. When you call in Dowden Realty and mention Tackle Talk Live, you'll get 10% off your house rental. You can't beat that. That's a great savings on houses that can be very expensive. So that's a significant savings that nobody else is going to give you. So call 318-256-0563. That's 318-256-0563. Mention Tackle Talk Live to get your 10% off your next rental. You'll save yourself some money with RentalsToledoBend.com. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we return, we're going to have Jace Lindsay. You're watching Tackle Talk Live. We'll be right back.
A good marine dealer is hard to find, but a great dealer is even harder. But in Iowa, Louisiana, there's a marine dealer that falls into the great category. Power Implements Marine, South Louisiana's go-to dealer for all things related to the boating industry. A Minn Kota, Garmin, and Mercury dealer, guaranteeing you first-rate service in both sales and repair. A great selection of new and used boats to choose from, including Skeeter, G3, Ranger, Camus, and Go Devil. A knowledgeable staff that will treat you like family and are always willing to go the extra mile to ensure you walk out a happy customer. To see everything they have to offer, go to powerimplements.com or stop by 606 East Miller Street in Iowa, Louisiana. Plus, mention Tackle Talk Live and save $500 off a new or pre-owned boat or $50 off your first service ticket. Toledo Health is a full-service primary and acute care clinic. Nurse practitioners Jarrett Rule and Melissa Vines bring quality health care that's needed and convenient to the area. Nothing is worse than being sick on your family or fishing getaway. Whether it's a stomach virus or a hook in the hand, Toledo Healthcare will try and meet all your health care needs. Appointments available and walk-ins are always welcome. So the next time you're feeling down at Toledo Bend, stop by Toledo Healthcare, located on Highway 6 just south of Toledo Town, or call 318-508-5323. Very few stores are a complete one-stop shop, but Cypress Knee Outdoors is such a place. A store within a store. Cypress Knee is located inside 3J's Four-Way. Whether you need gas, food, drinks, or bait and tackle, they have it. Cypress Knee Outdoors carries top-name fishing brands like Strike King, Sandtone, Spro, and V&M. Crappie jigs from Bobby Garland. Need hunting gear? They have it. Ammunition from rifle to shotgun shells. Deer scents from Buck Wild and Doe and Heat. Deer stands from Titan and feeders from T-Hanger. Cypress Knee has it all. Located off I-49, exit 127, just south of Natchitoches, Louisiana. So stop by Cypress Knee Outdoors and let John Abram and his staff show you everything they have to offer. Or give them a call at 318-238-HUNT.
You're watching Tackle Talk Live, a show dedicated to making you a better angler. Now back to the guys with all the inside scoop, Kevin Jean and Steve Graff.
You're watching Tackle Talk Live. We appreciate you tuning us in today. This segment presented by the Lakes Insurance of Nacogdoches, Toledo Health Clinic, Cypress Knee Outdoors, Shimano, Power Implements Marine, located in Iowa, Louisiana, Lost Frontier Park, and RentalsToledoBend.com. And on our Tackle Talk hotline, we've got the man who has been, like you said, Kevin, he's been hot all spring and heading into the summer the same way. Jace Lindsay. Jace, hey, glad you're with us.
Jace,
excuse me. Jace Lindsay. I've even got it written right, and I couldn't even read it.
I fixed to say this is your right.
Yeah. Jace Lindsay's with us, but hey, man, Jace, we're glad you're here, and we appreciate you taking the time to give us all the details on how you're doing this, because a lot of people watch this. They looking for good information today. So hopefully you're going to share a little bit with us and make somebody's day, and maybe make it a little easier for them to go over to Toledo Bend and catch some big bags.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, Jace, I'm glad we finally were able to get you on, man. You've been a hot stick all year. We just haven't been able to link up with you and hadn't had the right moment. And so glad we're finally able to get you on, man. You fished this tournament by yourself, and if I recall seeing some other fishermen, some other tournaments, you fished several of these or not fishermen, but you've fished several tournaments by yourself this year, several team tournaments.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Most of the fishing I do is by myself,
Yeah.
I don't really want to get into the routine of being able to rely on a partner to help me during a tournament. So I try my best to kind of just fish alone. That's how I like to do it. Run how I want to run and do what I want to do.
And you say that because you're fishing the Bassmaster Opens this year, correct?
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
And Jace, what's when you're fishing solo like that, it does kind of change how you practice. Are you one of those guys that hardly ever wets a hook in practice? Are you more electronics scoping, or what are you doing to find fish?
Well, it depends what time of year. Like this last tournament for Toledo, I spent most of my time in the driver's seat scanning, looking for those offshore schools. And
yeah,
I think the first day of practice, I put 8 hours on my motor, just sitting behind the grass, idling. And but depends on what time of the year. If they're scattered out and I'm chasing singles, I'll be on the scope more. But
yeah. Now, summertime pattern, which I'm assuming is kind of where we're at right now in Toledo Bend, agree or disagree?
Oh, yes, sir, for sure.
So does that help you kind of do less idling or more?
More. I'm sitting behind, watching down scan and side scan, mapping, looking for schools, roll over them, mark them, drop scope, look at them, see if they're the right size. They are, roll on to the next.
Right.
How's the offshore schools looking, Jace? Is there a lot out there? I mean, when they first get out there, they're fun to catch because they're not, they're not used to all of us throwing at them yet. When they first get out there, and I know they've been out there for a little bit, but how's the offshore schools looking? Are they still have they broke up yet?
No, they're pretty healthy right now. They were honestly, like, from the first day of practice to the last day of practice they were getting thicker. There was new schools showing up in areas that I had looked at, and they weren't very thick yet. And just in a couple of days, they'd gotten thicker. So they're healthy right now for sure.
That's good to hear. You're kind of using, you're not just straight scoping. You're fishing how we fished 10, 15, 20 years ago. Well, I don't know about 10 or 15 years ago, basically scoping and turn around and scoping, graphing, turn around, firing in there. Let's go through the tournament day here. I mean, some freaking sacks caught, and obviously I'm sure you knew it was going to take a mega bag to win this thing with what you saw in practice. Is this something with the schools you found, did you believe you could catch this?
I knew I could catch in the 30 area without catching a big one. I was pretty confident I could catch 5, around the 6-pound range. I didn't know if I'd be able to catch a kicker or not. Obviously, they're in the schools out there. But those Toledo Bend fish, they get smart really fast. And, when you pull on 1 or 2 of them, if you don't pull on the right ones, it's kind of done for a while. You got to leave them. Don't show them a bait anymore and let them get even smarter. When they quit biting, you got to roll. But luckily, pulled up on a really fresh school to start the morning. And I know I had 4 for 26 in like probably 25 minutes. And then,
is that including the 9-pound big fish you caught, or not yet?
No, sir.
Okay.
I had 4 for 26, and I caught like a 4.5 pounder to put me right at or a little over the 30 mark. And I knew then the rest of the day I just needed a big one. So rotated a few more spots, ended up running to one school, and heck, first cast in, I caught that 9-pounder, and it's like, all right. I could never get him to fire again after I caught her, but
I want to back up a little bit to what you said earlier a few minutes ago about things have changed in the last 3 to 4 years. Have you noticed how the fish are reacting differently now? And do you think it's because of scoping? Do you think because these fish are being hit with it so much now, it's changed how to approach them?
Honestly, I didn't start fishing Toledo Bend really until January of this year. I knew the EQ was going to be there. I've always spent all my time on Rayburn, but just obviously all the schools of fish around here. I think it's a mixture of scoping, and there's a ton of people getting in the sport now. It's a lot more like 4 or 5 years ago when I pulled up the boat ramp on a weekday, say a Wednesday, it'd be me and maybe one or two other people.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Now you pull up and it's hard.
You're waiting in line to launch.
Yeah.
Middle of the week. Yeah.
So I think it's a mixture of the scope and, the sport is just growing and there's people just flooding it. So
yeah,
people are figuring it out too. People are learning fast.
Yeah. That's for sure. So let's talk about that first spot. You have 4 for 26. What kind of weights you didn't have your big one here, are we talking all 6-pounders? You'd have to have a bigger one than that.
I had like a 7.25 and the rest in the mid to low 6 range.
Yeah. So you obviously you found this school before. So you pull up tournament day, or you graphic check, see if they're there, or you just pull up firing.
I knew I checked on them every day of practice, and I knew kind of how they were sitting in the morning. And I just pulled up a little bit away from them, snuck up to them, and lined them up and started bombing.
Forward facing sonar down and start bombing away. Can we talk about baits any?
Yeah, so
that's something we can dive into.
Yeah, so it's crazy. This week they wanted something very subtle this week. Usually when I'm in the school, I like to really get something down there and get them reacting fast and get them I want them to lose their minds and just go crazy.
Right.
Couldn't really, even in practice, couldn't get them to do that. I had to go super subtle, whether that be a minnow. I really just switched between a minnow and a big mop jig. And when I was fishing the jig, I was like making like 2-minute casts with it, like very slowly just dragging it on the bottom. And you could see them on scope. They'd just be looking at it. And there'd be a wad of them on it. And I just slowly just drag it through there, and every now and then want to pick it up. But if I did any like try to stroke it or pop it on them, they didn't show no interest. They kind of back off. So it was a super subtle presentation this week is what was getting them.
Yeah. So did you do any dragging with a Carolina rig or anything, or did you stay Texas rig or jig pretty much all the time?
Jig, 3/4 ounce mob jig was what my confidence is in this time of year.
Right.
To get a bigger bite at least.
Yeah.
How deep are we talking? How deep are these schools?
20 foot, 20 to 22 is the main area I'm trying to stay in. That's just, again, where my confidence is at. I feel like if I find them in that range, I can catch them.
Are we talking mid-lake? Or are you running way down, and are you in the grass? I mean, we all know how Toledo Bend lays out.
Oh, yeah.
So what?
Crazy to say this, but I had schools from the south end all the way up north above the bridge. Like, the lake is so healthy right now, I really don't think it's an area specific thing right now. I think you can win it anywhere if you land on the right stuff. I think the winning fish are from north to south on that lake. There's giants everywhere, and they're setting up right.
The 9-pounder, was it in a big school, or was it kind of off by itself, or a few?
It was in a school of about 10 of them.
Yeah.
And it was one of the bigger ones in it. Obviously when I hooked her, they all came up with her and I could see them. It's just one of those deals where I slung it out there and the big one got it first. So
what'd you catch the big one on?
Football jig.
Okay, I got you.
The other thing too, I want to pick your brain on a little bit, Jace, is the fact that Fishers of Men is the only circuit that's taken this route with scoper division and no scope division. What's your thoughts on that? Do you like it? Do you think it's a good thing? I think they're handling it better than any other organization right now.
Yeah, I think they've got the format down. It's a great tournament. I mean, you see their turnouts. They have a ton of boats. Probably the biggest Fishers of Men I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Always ton of people. Everyone's happy,
And good anglers, good sticks. There's some hammers there.
Everybody all the Rayburn and Toledo and, East Texas hammers are at that tournament. And it's super fun getting to talk to everyone. Everyone's happy because, you got heck. If you go out there with no scope and you do bust them and beat the scopers, you're going to make $10,000. It's like,
yeah. Well, I know one guy wasn't happy. Zane Parker lost a 9-pounder at the boat. He said,
Yeah.
I heard that through the grapevine. He was not happy. He finished second. And,
yeah.
But
yeah, at 34.88 with an 8.9, supposedly lost a monster at the boat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know that. Well, he's kind of. I was on the second place train earlier in the year, and it seems like he's getting stuck on it now. But no, he's a great fisherman, good dude. I like him.
He is. Good kid. Good young man.
Oh yeah.
So what you got coming up next, Jason?
I'm actually leaving in the morning to go to Wisconsin. We have the last stop of the regular season for Division II of the Opens on Upper Mississippi River. So I'm gonna run up there, fish pool 6. It's not off limits for us for a little bit, just kind of get used to fishing up there for like 3 days, and then drive to La Crosse and get ready for official practice in the tournament.
Well, when you go north, I've talked to a lot of guys that have fished in the northern part of the country, and they just love going up there. They said, man, those fish up there hadn't been beat on. They're easy to catch. Now, getting the weight you need may be a difficult deal, but it's just fun. They said, man, that's the most fun fishing they have all year long is when they go north.
Oh, yeah, it's a blast, especially like you get to get out of the heat, too. It'll be
yes.
50s in the mornings. It doesn't get up to about 75 or 80. It's not like here where you're 8 o'clock, you're ready to go home already.
Sweating bullets. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it was pretty brutal this weekend. So I know it was warm out there. So what time did you catch the 9-pounder?
Probably about 1:30. It was later.
Okay, so it was on later up in the day then. So you had to kind of go knowing you was sitting good, but you didn't have it won by no means for sure.
I wasn't even for sure I had it won after I caught the 9.
Well, obviously it was close.
That lake right now is on fire. Like it wouldn't have surprised me to see a 40-pound bag, honestly.
And that's what there's been a little heat, and there's a lot going around on social media on the whole 4-face sonar thing right now, and everybody saw the Fishers and Men weights and was like, kind of bashing the whole 4-face sonar thing again. But my thing is, man, give some freaking credit to Toledo Bend, because it is on fire right now. I mean, it is right. And the lake is just healthy. The lake is overall very, very healthy. As you said, the school's out deep. And I've heard that from several different people say it's happening right now.
Yeah. And I've said all year, Chase, all spring especially, that if Bassmaster Magazine don't have Toledo Bend ranked number 1, they'll never be number 1 again, because right now Toledo Bend to me is out fishing any place in the country. I don't care where you want to go. That place is on fire, been on fire all year for 6 months.
Hands down, it's unbelievable. It's definitely my favorite lake to go to at the moment. I mean, there's big ones, literally, like I said, from north to south. They're everywhere.
And we're not talking like five guys or 5 teams going out and really catching them and everybody else is mediocre. We're talking top 20.
Yeah.
20 bags are all 25 to 30. And you're like, what in the world is going on?
Yeah, I think there was in the Fishers and Men, some guys that declared they were fishing no scope dang near had 30. I think
a little over 28 pounds. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 28 pounds with no scope. Jay, so this is the first year you've really started fishing Toledo. What's been the biggest fish you've caught this year since this first year you've been fishing it?
At Toledo, I think that was the third 9 I caught this out there this year. I've caught a handful of 8s.
Yeah.
I think the biggest one was in the 960s on my Bubba's when I was just messing around out there.
Yeah.
I know team trip earlier in the pre-spawn, I caught 2 over 8 during that tournament. But I mean, it is full of like 6 to 8 pounders. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Well, good deal, man. Well, look, congratulations. Heck of a tournament, dude. I mean, coming home from the Open and jumping in that one. And, man, congratulations and good luck for the rest of the year. And hopefully we'll be talking to you in the fall after the EQ on Toledo Bend.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. That's the plan. Hopefully I can go out there and probably going to take 30 plus a day to win that thing. So that's what we're going to be shooting for.
Good deal. All right. Thank you, Jace. Appreciate you, bud.
Sure. Thank you all.
Jace Lindsay. You just heard it from the man himself. He did a great job. Kevin, he just gave you some really good details there. And hopefully these guys that are fishing Toledo, and of course, the only thing really hurting Rayburn right now, Kevin, is just being 8 foot low. That's really seems to be what's hurting Rayburn. And so hopefully.
Yeah, it Steve. But and Jace kind of confirmed what I've heard. And we've talked about this, and I expected it to happen more during the sea league. These fish just starting to get out deep. And when they get out deep, it can get stupid. And it sounds like they've been out there a little bit, but as far as the big schools go, they're just getting out there.
Yeah.
And that's like I said, don't bash on the four-face sonar thing here. Don't just say that's the reason these guys catching it. Give freaking Toledo Bend some credit.
Yeah.
It is throwing out some bags right now.
Yeah, it really is. All right, we're going to take another quick break, recognize a few of our sponsors. Still to come, Texas Team Trail Championship results. We'll wrap up the Fishers of Men Texas East Division results from Toledo Bend. And we got Bass Champ Skeeter Owners results from Lake Fork. We've got lake level reports and upcoming tournaments. You're watching Tackle Talk Live. We'll be right back.
The Lakes Insurance Agency is an independent insurance agency taking care of Texans' insurance needs for over 25 years, offering auto, homeowners, boat, RV, life, health, and commercial insurance. Owner Clark Moore is a local fishing guide and tournament angler who understands your insurance needs and wants to be your go-to guide for all your insurance needs. For a free quote, give him a call and see why so many Texans trust the Lake Insurance Agency. 2 locations to serve you in both Nacogdoches and Bravos, Texas. Or give him a call at 936-205-4467. You're watching Tackle Talk Live, a show dedicated to making you a better angler. Now back to the guys with all the inside scoop, Kevin Jean and Steve Graff.
Welcome back to our final segment for today. This segment is presented by the Lakes Insurance of Nacogdoches, Toledo Health Clinic, Cypress Knee Outdoors, Shimano, Power Implements Marine, located in Iowa, Louisiana. And if you happen to be in the market for a boat or you got some repairs need to be done, if you walk in the door, and Kevin, you walk in the door and tell them what, you're going to get a discount.
The guys at Tackle Talk Live told me to come by here. You'll get $500 off the purchase of any new or used boat, or you get $50 off your service ticket. So you need to go by and make sure and check out the guys at Power Implements Marine. Steve, I went by there last week. They're unloading boats almost every day over there. I swear, every time I go by there, he's unloading more boats. Got new Vexus dealer as well. Fiberglass, aluminum, Vexus boats on the yard. So you need to go by and check them out.
All right. Also, Lost Frontier Park, just across Toledo Bend on Crease Creek there. Chase Collins and his family doing a tremendous job getting that place back in shape. And also ReynoldsToledoBend.com. We appreciate Ethan Dowden and the Dowden family for jumping on board with us here to the end of the season. And if you need a rental, if you're looking for a place on Toledo Bend, and all you got to do is go to ReynoldsToledoBend.com or call Dowden Realty and Associates, and you're going to get, when you mention Tackle Talk Live, they're going to give you 10% off your house rental. So just by mentioning Tackle Talk Live. So make sure you check it out. ReynoldsToledoBend.com. Those guys will fix you up. I went on their website actually today, and they've got some outstanding places. I mean, some nice cribs to stay at, Kevin. Especially, as a tournament guy, you and I have traveled around and been on the road. Well, I'm usually the guy in my group that sets everything up, finds the houses. Well, the first thing I'm looking for is boat parking. Mm-hmm. We have enough place for 4 boats and 4 trucks, and I'm telling you, the photographs that they offer on their website, they really cover the outside really well. And you'll know immediately, oh yeah, we can get 4 boats there or 3 boats or whatever. Right. And so check them out, ReynoldsToledoBend.com. You will not be disappointed. So, all right. Let's see here, Kevin. Texas Team Trail Championship results. You have that, or you want me to?
I do. Lake Palestine is Mason Barney, Hunter Mayo had a 2-day combined weight of 66.5. 34.7 on day 1, Steve. 31.14 on day 2. Yeah. Second place, Austin Miles, Darren Longoria, 62.2. Third place, Brian Schott, Jim Smith, 56.9. Fourth place, Austin Rose, Hayden Marshall had 55.8. And fifth place, Mike Burns, Ben Burns had 51.4.
Yeah. And again, the Facebook and social media lit up when these guys started bringing these bags in especially on day one at Palestine. And I'm telling you, man, they brought in some toads on this, really both days. I mean, you're talking 30-pound bag days when you're at 66.5 for 2 days. So it's just another testament that this one of these Texas fisheries. Now, I love Palestine. I love fishing there. It's a place.
It's got big ones, Steve.
It's got big ones in there. It's a place that you can kind of make a decision. Do you want to go to the west end and get real shallow in cypress trees and heavy cover, or do you want to fish mid-lake to the dam? A lot of tremendous amount of boathouses, creek channels, main lake stuff. It's kind of just 2 lakes in one.
Yeah.
And but it's a great place to fish. I love it. I love that place, and I always enjoy going there. So all right, Fishers of Men. Texas East results, as we've already talked about. Jace Lindsay, of course, Chase had a 9.22 kicker on I think that was that was his big fish for the tournament. He had 35.55. Billy Parker and Zane Parker came in second with 34.88. They had an 8.97 kicker, and again, not to rub salt in the wound, but Kevin, Zane supposedly had a 9-pounder all the way to the boat and lost it right at the boat. I don't know if he's trying to lip it. I don't know what he was. I don't know.
That'd have been a 40-pound bag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. they'd have definitely won it with that fish. And third place, no stranger to catching big bags. Hayden Heck, Mike Williams, they came in third with 31.45. Cole Stewart and Timothy Stewart, they were the first team no scopers. They won the no scope division and came in with 5 fish at 28.98, almost 29-pound bag. Fifth place, Caden Muck, another stranger, no stranger to the winner's circle. Case Sutherland, fifth place, 28.13. Sixth place, Cameron Rome, Casey Burley, another great team there. They came in with 28.09. Seventh place, Robert Moore, who's a hammer over there. I know him and Jerry Kuti fish a lot together, but Anthony Clemens fished this with him. And this particular circuit, they came in seventh with 24.88. And rounding out the top 10, Jacob Bruner and Joseph Bruner, they came in with 20.55. So to make top 10, you had to have over 20 pounds.
In June.
There's years, Kevin, that would have won the tournament, 20.05.
Well, that'd been a long time ago.
But it wasn't that long. But still, and especially the guys that caught 24.88, that could have been winning bags 4 years ago, 24.88. Like you said, it's June. I just remember once you got through May on Toledo Bend, Rayburn, most of the weights really dropped hard. And boy, not now. I'm telling you, dude, either there's a bunch of fish out there that we just didn't know were there, or guys have just figured out how to catch them. I mean, it's a catch fest now. I mean, literally.
I think all of the above, Steve. It's Toledo Bend's that healthy. I think we have figured out a lot more with all the live scope stuff. And again, they were just getting out there in Toledo Bend. They're not going to be like that in 2 or 3 weeks. You know, no. They're not. They're going to kind of the groups will break up a little bit. You know, so even the 9-pounder, he said, was in a group of about 10, that's kind of, you don't get a lot of that.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
So. But yeah, it was, man, what a weekend. And for it to be hot and as muggy as it was, the fish freaking bit in East Texas. I mean, Toledo Bend, Lake Palestine showing out like it did. It was an incredible weekend.
I guess one question, and a friend of mine kind of brought this up to me, and, and I really hadn't thought about it. He's asking me, in these summer tournaments, with these kind of weights coming in, is it good for the fishery in this hot water? I think the key is any tournament that's going on now, they need release boats. That turning them loose at the boat dock or at the boat ramp,
yeah, you can't do that. No.
That
and most like I know the Outlaw Outdoors Father's Day tournament coming up. It'll be a 3-fish tournament.
Yeah, right. Right.
Most will start going to that. If they don't, they should.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think that helps a lot to be able to get those fish right back into the water.
It really does.
So as long as the tournament circuit, which I know all of them have done their homework, and we've learned how to handle these fish coming from deep water, especially Toledo Bend and Sam Rayburn, where a lot of them do, especially this time of the year.
Right.
I think we're a lot better off than we were several years ago.
No, I would totally agree. Much more educated about how to handle deep fish, and some guys fizz them. Some guys know how to do that, and that's
with all the clips too now, Steve. All the weighted
yes.
clips that keep the fish upright, where you don't have to fizz them, you don't have to mess with the needle. You can keep them upright in your live well. Those help a lot. We've come a long ways with all of that.
Yep, they really have. All right, Bass Champs. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat, people. All right, David Hensley. He won the Bass Champs. It was a big bass tournament over there at Lake Fork, the Skeeter Owners Tournament.
The Skeeter Owners, yeah.
Yeah, for 2026. Daniel Hensley won it from McKinney, Texas with a 11.53 pound bass, and took on the Skeeter FXR 20 with a Yamaha 250 on it. And Monty Sewell from Taylor, Arkansas, had the biggest under. He had a 2.98. God, you ever think about that? A fish, what was that, 16? Less than 16, or is it 14? 16 to 24 is the slot, isn't it, over there?
Yes.
Okay. So a 3-pounder, I mean, a solid 3-pounder that's just 2.98. That's a big under. So Yamaha, he won a Yamaha Viking side-by-side. Congratulations to him. And then again, Daniel won the whole thing. James Swallow from Pineville, Louisiana, came in second with a 10-pound even, took home $700. Aaron Black from Elkhart, Texas, had a 9.79. Wolfgang Robertson from Oakdale, Tennessee, had a 9.50. Junior Thomas from Alba, Texas, right there. It's Lake Fork Marina Resort, and right there on Lake Fork, he had a 9.35. Dean Alexander from Georgetown, Texas, had an 8.98, and Jay Pope from Keachai, Louisiana, had an 8.77. So congratulations to all the guys. Brought in some good fish over there. A lot of A+ were brought in.
Steve, that's gotta sting a little bit to catch a 10.00 and win $700.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Yeah,
I thought the same thing. Thought, wow. They had 140 anglers in this event. I don't know, Kevin, because I haven't kept up with Bass Champs this year, how those numbers are.
Well, this is a Skeeter. This is the Skeeter's owner. So this has
right. I just wonder, is that good for their numbers, or is that?
No, that sounds down.
I thought it sounded
Skeeter
down
owners
myself.
Tournaments that I've been around. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
But those numbers seem to be down.
Yeah.
But yeah, to catch a 10.00 and win $700, that's a little tough.
Yeah. But anyway, so okay. Upcoming tournaments, Kevin. We got the Toyota Series. This weekend they're up there at Arkansas River, Muskogee, Oklahoma, and which where BASS was a few weeks ago up there. And so we'll see how those guys do up there. June 20th, Outlaw Outdoors Father's Day Tournament. Kevin, elaborate on that. I think, have you fished that before?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I fished that several times with my stepdad. I love, it's a great tournament. It's a 3-fish tournament usually, and he will usually pays like the highest finishing father-son, father-daughter duo, parent-child duo. It's extra like $1,000 usually. I'm assuming he's still doing that this year. Great tournament. It's a lot of people do it as a tradition every year, and I've always enjoyed it, and it's a great tournament to be a part of for sure.
Also coming up, the MLF BBT. They'll be on Grand Lake, Oklahoma, June 18th through the 21st. June 18th through the 20th, Bassmaster Open Division 2, Upper Mississippi, which is where Jace is headed up there to fish that, La Crosse, Wisconsin. That is a no forward-facing sonar tournament this time. That's one of the ones that will be 0 facing sonar. So, but again, catching fish up there is not really the deal. I mean, you can catch them. So
they going frogging and flipping. They're going
exactly.
They'll have a good day.
Yeah, they really will. And the last thing I'm showing, June 25th to the 27th, the MPFL will be headed to Logan Martin, a place I fished last year. Love Logan Martin. Great place to go fishing. Just a great fishery. Probably the best boat ramp I have ever been to in my life. That place, whoever designed that boat ramp, they knew what they were doing, and it's impressive. But anyway, Kevin, lake levels. I took off Palestine. I took off Pines right now. Not really much going on. Toledo, Rayburn, and Fork. What are you showing for Toledo?
Yeah, Toledo's at 169.91, Steve. We're almost to that 170 mark. 24-hour gain of 0.48 inches, a difference of 2.09 feet. 10-day gain of 0.36 inches. That's a perfect level for summertime.
Right.
That 170 mark in June is man, that's really good. And that's why Toledo's as healthy as it is.
Yeah.
Same rate, Steve. It's still low, 7.98 feet low. It's at 156.42. Does have a 10-day gain of 0.84 inches, a 24-hour gain of 0.12 inches. I still wish that we would have seen more gain from all the rain we had.
Yeah, I did too.
Still 8 feet low.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that Rayburn didn't jump a little bit, and surely they don't have the gates open there. I mean, I wouldn't think so.
No.
But anyway, hopefully, I don't know. Maybe it's going to take a tropical storm coming through there to try to drop a bunch of rain on them. Then they make the 10 inch.
We don't need all that. We don't need all that. I'm down here close to the Gulf, Steve.
Yeah, you live down there in a different neck of the woods now.
So Lake Fork's only 1.63 foot low. It's at 401.37, 24-hour gain of 0.24 inches. So
yeah, now they did have a jump. They had 3.72 inches
Correct.
come in.
10-day gain.
Yeah, that was good for Fork. That's a good.
And
shot
that's what's coming down to Toledo.
Yes,
that's what's coming down to Toledo. So
right. All right. That's all I got, Kev. What you got? Anything else?
Nope. I'm getting prepared for ICAST, Steve. Just coming off Shimano National Sales Meeting last week. You can I don't know if you can see behind me real well, but I've got I'm gonna lean it. Shimano new product release. We can't talk about it yet.
Okay.
But it's some of the new products we're releasing at ICAST I'm excited for. Got several things. Once ICAST is over with, I'll be able to show it out. Once they release it, I'll be able to show some things off that I'm excited to talk about.
Yeah, good deal. Good deal. Looking forward to that. All right. Well, that's all I got. And stay tuned next week, Kevin. There may be some adjustments for us next week.
Yeah, we're working on it. Everybody's kind of traveling. Got a lot of things going on. We're gonna work on next week's showtime, which this week we're going on the evening. We'll be up on YouTube every week, no matter what. But yeah, we're during June with all the travel and everything we got going on. We trying to kind of have to, fit the show in at what point during the week when all three of us are available. So next week we'll have to see when we'll have it up, but it will be up on YouTube. So if you don't have the notifications hit on a YouTube page, make sure you do so. That way, as soon as the video is loaded, you'll get a notification.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Thank you for tuning us in. Please check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, however way you listen to a podcast. If you'd like to become a member of our sponsorship team, please message us on our Facebook page. We actually got one guy coming on next year, Kevin. Looking forward to having him on. And even if it's not for now, which it's probably not for now, but if you're looking to join us next year, let's talk. Go ahead and inquire, and we'll get you a packet out so you know exactly what you're looking at for 2027. For Kevin Jean, yours truly, Steve Graff. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week, hopefully with more Tackle Talk Live.